So when you have a circle and you're trying to find a particular length of a part of that circle, for instance, we could say from this point along the circle as best we can over to this point, that length is going to depend on two things. The first thing it's going to depend on is the radius of the circle. Obviously, if you have a huge circle, that's going to have a much bigger length. The other thing it depends on is the angle about the circle that arc length travels. So if you have a bigger angle from your radius, then you're going to have a bigger arc length. So this particular arc length in red, which we'll call S, is related to the radius R and our angle, which we'll put in green here, our angle theta by the following equation. S is equal to R times theta. So then if we look at our first example, find the length of the intercepted arc in a circle with a central angle measure of pi over 3 and a radius of 4 inches. So we'll say S, our arc length, is equal to the radius times theta, which we do want to be in radians. We will say that that's S equals our radius of 4 times our angle of pi over 3, which would give us 4 pi over 3 radians for our arc length, and they say round to the nearest tenth. So when we calculate that out, that's going to give us about 4.2, and remember our units are in inches. So for our second example, it's the same idea. And we now notice our angle is not given to us in radians, so we'll have to convert it there first. So 125 degrees, again, we can use our conversion factor from earlier. Pi radians is equal to 180 degrees. So we take 125 times pi over 180, and that's going to give us about, actually let's just use an exact number for now. That would be 25 pi if we divide the top by 5, and on the bottom, if we divide that by 5, that would be 36. And I don't believe it would get any simpler than that. So there's our angle theta. And of course, our arc length is going to be S is equal to R times theta. So radius is 7, according to the problem. So that's going to be 7 times 25 pi over 36. And if you multiply that all out, you're going to get about 15.3 centimeters for your answer. So here's a problem for you to try on your own. You're given a circle with a radius of 6 centimeters. Find the arc length with your central angle of pi over 4 radians.